Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Chief Kalinago with a video. I know it's a bit early, maybe in some places a little earlier than early. And I hope this video or this notification is not going to awake you prematurely. If it does, then I'm not going to apologize for that. I guess it was meant to be. So I'm saying that with love, of course. I was just, resting. Like I tell people, I don't sleep. Sleep is too permanent. It sounds too permanent to me, so I rest. So while I was resting, I got up to use the bathroom, and I came back to lay down, and my ears, there was this ringing. Now, it's not something that happens all the time, but it happens often enough when the ancestors communicate to me. When that happens, I'm always instructed to lay down and be still so that they could tell me what they want to relate to me. So they gave me a message for y'all, and I just wanted to give it to you. But first, I'm going to give you or tell you about my own experience and how I was able to learn from that experience and use this in my life today. And it's very, 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 very helpful. Okay. I have a son, and when my son was a baby, right, I would say somewhere between the age of between 2 and 5, okay, or maybe 2 and 4, or 1.5 and 4, either way, I would watch my son do things. He would try to perform tasks, whether it may have been putting toys together, picking up things, or just trying to walk. Whatever the case may be, or it was at that time, it seems like he was very independent, very motivated to do things on his own. And as a dad, that made me very proud, always put a smile on my face. But there were times when he would try to, to perform certain tasks, and it was just beyond his physical capabilities or abilities at that time, because, he was still a baby. All right. So there were certain things that he couldn't do physically. Now, mentally, I am certainly sure he saw himself doing it. But just because he was still a baby, and of course, we know the flesh has limitations, he couldn't get it done. And sometimes he would get frustrated. And I would approach him and I would say, son, daddy could do that for you. Let me assist you. Let me help you. And he would say, no, I can't do it, daddy. I can't do it. Okay. And I would allow him to try and push himself. Then he would still get frustrated. And when he got tired, he would come to me, in a embarrassed way, so to speak, and say, Dad, could you help me? And I wouldn't cast any judgment. I would just go assist him. I would go help him. And that is something that me, even as a grown man, I have learned to apply into my life. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. And that's the message that the ancestors want me to pass on to you. Okay? That we are still children. We are still their children. And the physical man and woman will always, and I repeat, the physical man and woman will always be incapable of doing certain things physically. Mentally, we are absolutely strong. Mentally, we have the fortitude, most of us have that mental fortitude to do anything and to accomplish anything. However, because the physical man and woman is flawed, it is imperfect, okay? It has certain limitations. We try, we get frustrated. We get angry at ourselves, all right? Sometimes we look at ourselves as a failure because we cannot do certain things physically. But we tend to forget that we have parents. Some of us, our parents are still here, alive in the flesh, okay? Others, their parents has transcended. For me, for example, my dad transcended on April 26th of 2018. And when that happened, I wasn't sad because I knew I gained an ancestor. I gained someone that I loved, and I know who loved me in that realm. So whenever I work on things in the physical realm and it gets a little difficult, okay, it gets a little frustrating. Instead of me looking at myself as a failure or getting frustrated or getting angry, what do? I reach out to my dad. I reach out to my grandma. I reach out to all those who came before me, and I ask them to assist me. Because too many times when our people or our loved ones, when they ascend, we make it too permanent. We tell them to rest in peace, when we should actually tell them rest in power, because there is a lot of work to do. And brothers and sisters, the physical man and woman, may I remind you, okay, is limited. But our ancestors are telling me to tell you, don't forget about us. We are still here. We want to help. We want to assist. But you were taught to forget us. You were taught that if you reach out to us, your spiritual parents, that it is pagan, it is evil. Okay? A majority of our people have abandoned their parents, but yet still they believe in the concept of honor thy mother and father. What I really think they're not being taught is that extends to our spiritual parents, because most people are under the impression that it means only your parents that you could see, or those that are alive. Well, I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, our ancestors, your spiritual parents, okay, they are willing and able to assist you in anything and everything that you cannot do physically. Okay? Now, they will not assist you, the majority of them, they will not assist you to do anything evil. They will not assist you to hurt people. Okay? They will not assist you to do that. However, in this day and time, when we are fighting spiritual entities, all right, that are preventing us from moving forward, our ancestors can intervene. They are willing to intervene. They are willing to open up the doors for us that cannot be opened. Okay? And I could personally attest to that. In all my walks within the past 5 years, when it seems that there are doors that cannot be opened, when it seems like I have ran into a dead end, when it seems like I'm making an attempt to perform a physical task and it just seems impossible, Instead of getting frustrated and instead of looking at myself as a failure, what do? I go to my ancestors and I say, I call them dad and mom and my spiritual parents. That's how I address them. I said, listen, I have tried. I have given it my all. I need your help. I need this door opened. I have questions. I need some answers. And brothers and sisters, I am going to tell you this as a personal testament. They have always opened the doors, even on behalf of people that's in my life. I reach out on their behalf to my ancestors, and my ancestors open up the doors as well because I am involved. So once again, I'm here, just got up to use the bathroom, came back to lay down, and all of a sudden my ears started ringing. And the ringing is getting louder and louder, and I know when that happens, I have to calm down and just relax myself and listen. And then a voice would come into my head and tell me exactly what I need to say. Now, it may sound strange to some people, but it happens. While I'm talking to you, the ringing, the heavy ringing has gone, but there's a little subtle, still vibrational sound. And I know what that means. They are actually speaking through me. And that's the message they want me to give you today. Okay, we are living in a day and time when we need to reach out to our ancestors. We need to invoke their spirits. Remember, they are your direct bloodlines. They have walked the walk. They have talked the talk. And they are actually, for the most part, they are where we are aspiring to be right now. So they have graduated. And if you're looking for help from a mechanic, if you need to fix your car, wouldn't you go to a mechanic who is a scholar? Wouldn't you go to a mechanic who has graduated? Wouldn't you go to a mechanic who have already walked the walk, could fix cars? Well, it's the same thing, brothers and sisters. Our ancestors have graduated. They have walked the walk. So who is the best people to go to when you have any kind of situation that you cannot handle? Religion, ideologies of man have given you the concept of asking for help from a personage that has no relation to you, that has no obligation to you. So why would he help you out? He's not your ancestor. And that's what religion has done. I'm going to repeat that. Religion and foreign ideologies have given you an entity that has no relation to you, no blood relation, no spiritual connection. And that's who you go to for help every time you need help. But that is not your ancestor. That is not your spiritual parents. So why would that individual or that being or that entity, why would that entity look out for you when there is no obligation? Think of what I'm saying. However, your ancestors has an obligation to assist you because that's your direct bloodline. So the message they're asking me to pass on to you is this. We are fighting a spiritual battle right now. And the flesh cannot win. The flesh will not accomplish what needs to be accomplished. Because the flesh has limitations. However, they have no limitations. So they are asking me to tell you to reach out to them in truth. And that's the only way they will assist you, is if you reach out in truth, because they are in a realm of truth right now. Only truth exists where they are at. And if you come to them with any agendas, you come to them and you're still walking in the dark, they will not assist you. They will not hear your prayers. And I'm using that word prayer very lightly. They will not hear your words because your heart is not in the right place. Your intent is not in the right place. But they are waiting. They don't want you to be frustrated. They want you to know that there is light at the end of that tunnel. They want you to know that the doors that are locked, they're not open because you are not knocking on that door and asking for their help. That's why so many doors are still closed. But once you realize that, you start honoring them. You accept them. Okay? You reach out to them for help in sincerity, with a light heart. Okay? Without hatred, without animosity, without any type of grudge or jealousy, without the negative emotions. They will assist you. They are waiting to assist you. They want to assist you. They are anxious to assist you. So I'm not going to be too winded with this video. I just wanted to make sure that this message sink in. Okay? I just wanted to make sure that you get exactly what they wanted me to pass on to you. Reach out to your ancestors. That is your direct bloodline. That is your umbilical cord to the spiritual realm. That is your umbilical cord to the higher consciousness. That is your umbilical cords to the doors that the physical man and woman cannot open. They are waiting with their hands extended, just waiting for you to reach out. So that's the message that was conveyed to me, and I'm passing it on to you. I hope you guys have a beautiful continuation. And I could attest to you, I'm a witness that it is real, because they come through for me every single time. When a door is closed, I reach out. I don't just reach out without trying. I make an attempt. I always exhaust my own abilities so that when I go to them, they know that I'm coming in sincerity. I'm not coming to use them, just because I didn't try. I come to them when I've exhausted my physical abilities. But I don't allow myself to get to a point where I get frustrated, or I get mad, or I get discouraged. No, that's when I put it in their hands, because that's what parents are for, family. That is what parents are for. Honor your mothers and fathers so that your days will be longer. I hope you guys receive this message with the same love and high frequency that it was given to me. So once again, have a great continuation with love, wholesomeness, and harmony. This is Chief Kalanago. I'm actually going back to rest right now. Talk to you all later.